In the last 10 years, open world games have seen a huge surge. Companies such as Ubisoft, Rockstar, Bethesda, and CD Projekt Red pride themselves on their diverse and in-depth open world games, and we've seen a lot of games of this genre over the last few years. Games like Assassin's Creed, Grand Theft Auto, and the Elder Scrolls series have seen incredible success over the last decade or so. In the first 24 hours of being released, Grand Theft Auto 5 sold 11.21 million units, equating to $815.7 million US. In the 5 years that Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim has been out, it has sold 23,270,000 copies, which equates to a grand total of $1,390 million that Bethesda has made from the original Skyrim alone, not the various other versions that they used to milk money out of people. As you can see from the previously mentioned data, open world games are known to do exceptionally well, especially games like GTA and the Elder Scrolls that are fan favourite games that everyone knows. Obviously, the success of such games drove others to develop open world games in a hope to catch on to the trend and to be successful. As with many things, some succeeded and some did not. The successful attempts spawned games such as The Witcher 3 and Horizon Zero Dawn, which are masterpieces in their own right. However, the unsuccessful ventures into the open world genre brought us Mafia 3, Far Cry 4, Watch Dogs 2, and the recent Saints Row games, which are just off the top of my head really. And this is where the problem stems from: money over quality. Many of these companies jumped on the open world bandwagon because they saw the success of other games, but other companies were already known for creating games of this genre and were actually pretty good at it. But as the competition tightened and more developers appeared on the scene, these companies were forced to cut quality for more profit, and this, I believe, is the underlying problem with a lot of devs in the video game industry as a whole. In regards to the statement open world games are dying, this is only how it seems to many people because they see the influx of open world games being released, many of which are bad, and just assume that all of the games are as bad as each other without thinking of the absolute gems that have been released over the recent years. Off the top of my head, The Witcher 3, Horizon Zero Dawn, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Shadow of Mordor, Assassin's Creed 4, Fallout New Vegas, Far Cry 3, and Just Cause 2 are some of the best and generally most enjoyable games I've heard about or played over the recent years, and they all happen to be open world games. This proves that if done right, the open world genre can produce masterpiece after masterpiece. But if the games are rushed, terribly produced, and released before it's finished due to a deadline set by an inconsiderate CEO, then you'll get games that Ubisoft have released over the last few years, which on the whole have been ruining the image of open world games. Now, I'm not going to blame everything on Ubisoft, because although they do make awful games on the whole, they have made great games in the past and seem to be taking a turn in the right direction. They're also not to blame solely because of awful games like the Mafia 3, Just Cause 3, No Man's Sky, and the absolute abomination that was Saints Row Gat Out of Hell, and they all came out very recently, which were developed by semi-respected companies. However, these games were just too ambitious, rushed, or just plain stupid, and do not reflect what open world games are or what they should be. Now, to see if open world games are actually dying as people say, we need to look to the future of the genre and look at games that are coming out in the near future. Games like Days Gone, Spider-Man, Shadow of War, Red Dead Redemption 2, Assassin's Creed Origins, and Anthem all look at the very least fun, but on the whole, they look like promising games that could really increase the quality of open world games overall, and this can in no way be a bad thing. Games such as The Witcher 3 that I always mention all the time is something that I keep coming back to. It's a staple of video gaming. The Witcher 3 set the bar for open world games and really set it high. That's the quality I'm looking for in games. And very recently, a lot of games of the same genre just haven't been able to deliver as well as The Witcher 3 did. Overall, I do not think the open world games are dying. Obviously, it's quite obvious that they're not dying. They are only growing. In fact, I think within the next few years, we're going to get some awesome games from the genre. Yeah, I guess we've seen some awful titles that kind of put a bad name to the genre as a whole, but overall, open world games offer the most in-depth and personal experience that is possible in a video game. They certainly are my favorite type of game out there, and take taking into consideration the lineup that we've got for open world games over the next year or so, I'd say we're approaching a really great time for the fans of the open world genre. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. I didn't want to fill it with loads of random crap and just try and overfill the video. That's as much as I wanted to write about this, and I just want to test out this video essay type thing because I've done a few of them in the past and they've been quite successful, so I thought I'd do a few more of these and bring these back to the channel because I do enjoy doing them, and I'm going to do them about topics, you know, all about video games and all that good stuff. There is a very broad amount of topics that we can talk about, so it's great. You know, it's not going to be a shortage of content if I'm going to be doing these types of videos. But yeah, I just wanted to run this alongside my funtage videos just so I can have two types of content, one for more fun and comedy and one for being like a more serious topical based content. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and like and subscribe for more videos in the future, and also remember to comment down in the comment section below telling me what you think of this video and the topic in this video. Be sure to suggest more if you want, and I will see you guys in the next one.